Safe2Tell tip line has seen an increase in the number of calls just this year. So what types of calls are they getting? Attorney General Cynthia Kaufman here to talk more about it this morning. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so
The
much.
program has actually been here in Colorado for quite some time.
It has. It was an idea that came out of the shootings at Columbine in 1999. And the folks who reviewed that situation said a lot of kids had pieces of information, but they didn't know where to go with those pieces of the puzzle. And so this is a way for them to anonymously report.
I've been doing research and looking at the website this morning, and I found it interesting that 81% of the time, someone knows something other than the shooter. There's always something that made someone think, maybe I should say something, who do I talk to? So this being an avenue for them to anonymously give a tip, right?
That's it. We're trying to break that code of silence. And we're making progress with that because every month the number of tips we receive increases, and we know that kids are using this system.
Let's talk about how much that increase has spiked, especially in the last few months, and how is the state able to manage that?
Well, it's a partnership, and everybody works very hard at it. We have the Safe2Tell staff in the Attorney General's office, but our partners at the Colorado Department of Public Safety, State Patrol, take the tips that come in. They send that information out immediately to local school districts and law enforcement. They target that information, and then folks at the local level work the tips.
What types of tips are we seeing? Are we talking about bullying? Are we talking about, I saw someone with a gun, I heard someone talking about a gun, I saw it on social media? Give me an idea of some of these tips.
Up until last week, reports of suicidal behavior and depression were at the top of the number of tips we were receiving, followed by drugs and substance abuse and bullying. So those have been the top three for some time. But after the shootings in Parkland on the 14th, we saw and have seen an incredible increase in the number of calls about planned school attacks. So in the week between the 14th and the 21st, we had 154 calls or tips.
In 1 week?
In 1 week,
yeah.
About a planned school attack of some kind.
I know we have kids who are not at school yet, and I know we have parents who are watching. What is the message you want them to hear about the line? I know there's now an app, and I know it's easy to access, but what do you want them to know? What do you want them to get from this?
We want kids, as well as parents and teachers who use the line also, to tell us when they hear something that they're concerned about. And what we especially want for school-age kids is for them not to have to make the decision about whether something is real or serious. We want them to tell a trusted adult, either in person or to use our tipping line at Safe2Tell, and let us know, let adults handle a situation. But it is empowering to kids in a school community if they have a place to go with information, and it's intelligence that we can use to keep kids safe in schools.
If you don't know, just report it. Where are you seeing the most? Is it the phone? Is it the phone line? Is it the app?
We are now seeing the app, the mobile app, take over the number of phone tips we get. But kids also text us, do internet tips quite a lot. So we like internet and mobile app because we can go back and forth with the student. A phone call, it's one time in, and that's it. Kids send us videos, they send us Snapchat and screenshots.
So glad to hear that with 3 kids at home as well. And we know other states are looking to do what we're doing here in Colorado. So thank you for that. Good to see you this morning. I appreciate your time. The number, we'll give you that. And then, by the way, go to the website, download the app on your kid's phone and yours as well. But the number is 1-877-542-7233.
All right, Cynthia, thank you very much for that information. Well, dozens of young